Hi, small humans. I miss your faces, and I miss reading stories to you. So does Mrs. Ozer. So I thought I'd read some stories to you, and you can watch them whenever you want, or not at all. But here you go. I'm going to start with Wemberly Worried by Kevin Henkes. We've read this one in library before, but it's one of my favorites. And when weird things happen that you're not expecting, like not being in school for a whole extra week, I don't know, it's a good idea to talk about worrying, right? So here we go. Here's Wemberly. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Worried that in the middle of the night, parents are gonna be gone. Little things, uh-oh. Spilled the juice. And things in between. Mama, what if I shrink? Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on her house? And the crack in the living room wall? What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiator's made? What if there's a snake inside? You know that crazy radiator in the library that when the heat comes on, it makes that crazy clunking sound, right? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? I found her, sweetie. I'll wait for you, Petal. So she misplaced her. She's worried about whether she should be in a car seat. And now she's in the dryer. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. Sorry, there's a lot of glare in here. Before I do the next one, I'm going to close the blinds. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. Lots of people came. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. This is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. Because she's a butterfly and she doesn't want there to be too many butterflies. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wemberly had a new worry. School. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. We're kind of the opposite right now. We're kind of worried because we're not in school when we're supposed to be, right? Well, by the time the first day arrived, there's not really any pictures here, so I'm just going to read it. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher's mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Miss Peachum said, Wemberly, there's someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself, and she was wearing stripes, and she was holding a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. "This is Petal," said Wemberly. "This is Niblet," said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. "Hi," said Petal. "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ears," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose," said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. "Come back tomorrow," called Miss Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." And there's a picture of her dancing with her mom and dad because she had a good day at school. You know what else we should talk about? My purple hair. This is what I do when I'm cooped up in my house and got the yayas. I do crazy stuff to my hair. So who knows what it's gonna look like by the time we see each other again. So I'm gonna post this story for you, and then I'm gonna read a couple more, and I'll try and do one